I was reading this really interesting article in the UK recently where a group of 400 parents had marched on the school where their kids went to demand that the media studies teacher stop teaching their kids about The Simpsons and teach them Shakespeare. Because they said, The Simpsons is okay for another time, but not in school. And this person writing this saying, they got completely the wrong idea about education. One is that the idea that the teachers should always be introducing something new to students. Every day they got to learn something new. But really what education should be about is what they see around them and having a new take on it. So how does The Simpsons relate, or even how does Shakespeare relate to what you are seeing around you and how you live your life and things around you and that sort of thing, rather than just learning sonnets and et cetera, for the sake of it,
But in the example that you cited, obviously it's also about using popular culture
using popular
as a
culture.
means for learning, right?
Exactly. And the other point they made was that, there's this whole thing about preparing kids for real life. And so how does Shakespeare relate to that? Unless you can, explain Shakespeare in real terms. And he said, people forget that in his time, Shakespeare was a contemporary writer. We venerate Shakespeare, and I think he's, of course, brilliant in many things, but we venerate Shakespeare because he came from that time. But we're not learning anything contemporary now. That's the point he was trying to say. And also that when you have something like media studies, which I don't think we even have in our schools here, so it might not be the best example, but he was saying that, you have to be thinking of those studies in terms of how do you look at the media, which is trying to sell you things, which is telling you how to be beautiful, and, how you should, and to look critically at media, and, how do you treat immigrants, for example? Why is it that you worry more about people who cheat on benefits rather than those who cheat on taxes or corruption and all that, So he just thought his parents were completely wrong. They've gotten the wrong end of the stick. And I think that's what we're stuck in also, that if you go to school, you got to learn Shakespeare. And that's it, as literature, and got nothing to do with real life. But yet you have to prepare these kids for real life later on. That's I think, the sort of mud we've got stuck ourselves into.